Hi guys, today we'll have a look at 26 tomato varieties that I'll be growing in 2026. And I do have some surprises. You guys sent me so many seeds that I don't have enough space to grow them all in just one season, so I'll have to split them. So a very big thank you to Liz, Leslie, Aquilia, Lauren and Deb for putting together such a wide variety of seeds for me. So let's have a look at the ones that I'm actually growing this year. Here on this bed, last year I had about 20 plants growing here. It was a real tomato forest and it worked great. Production was awesome. The plants handled the heat, very extreme heat last season. They handled it very well and I had tomatoes for almost till November, I think. But this year I'm going to change the things a little bit. I'm going to plant 9 dwarf tomato plants here on the front row and 11 at the back. The reason for this is I noticed that all the plants on the front row last year actually outperformed all the plants on the back row. So maybe that was a coincidence. I don't think so. So I'm going to plant dwarf tomato plants here and that will allow more light to reach the plants on the back row. I will also move this trellis a foot or so this way so I can get more room between the back row of tomato plants and the fruit trees I got near the wall. And as you can see, I didn't get my pepper plants ready for winter. Frost came already twice and they're not looking too good. I might have to plant new ones this season. Anyway, between this trellis and this post, I will put another 3 varieties here. Cuore Antico di Ravenna, Habanillas and Big Chief, but we'll talk more about them in a minute. The rest of the bed here is reserved for my cherry tomatoes, which again, well, that'll be another video. Let's see on the other side of the garden now. On this bed here, last season I had one of the best tomatoes of the season, Rose the Burn. I also had Granny Cantrell, but that died way too early, so not many tomatoes from there. But anyway, this season I'm gonna plant Tio's Mystery Yellow there, Leslie's Mystery Hybrid, and Painted Piglet. But let's go inside and talk about all of them in more detail. Okay, here at the top you can see the little boxes representing the spots on the east side of the garden, on the east side bed. And let's start with the first one, which is Cuore Antico di Ravenna, or ancient heart of Ravenna. Liz sent me these ones and I'm going to read about it because I don't know all of these varieties. Ancient Heart of Ravenna produces beautiful tomatoes around 100 to 250 grams each. Fruits are chocolate brown with a dark green neck or shoulders, well balanced, rich and slightly smoky tomato flavor, crack resistant and regular leaf. Next, Big Chief. That was one of Leslie's varieties. Big Chief is a stable cross of Sudduth Brandywine and an unknown dark varieties. Mid-season beefsteak tomato, widely regarded as one of the best tasting purple varieties with rich, complex, well-balanced flavor. Potato leaf and the fruits are medium-sized, dark with excellent flavor. Nice one. Next, Habanillas. This is a pink Spanish heirloom, mid to late season variety with regular leaf foliage and grows with strong vigor, producing beefsteaks that average 370 to 425 grams. They have a traditional and well-balanced tomato taste, and Lauren can't get enough of these, so go check her review. Now, Bear Creek. This tomato was bred by Keith Mueller by crossing Brandywine tomato and a Cherokee purple tomato, a mid-season plant with regular leaves. These are black bee-colored beefsteak tomato that weighs between 6 and 10 ounces. The flavors of this fruit are excellent. Also, they are a disease and blight resistant variety. Brandywine Sudduth. Now this one I know quite well. This is my favorite tomato of all times. I think Mrs. Doris Sudduth Hill said she had it in the family for, well, since the 1900s, and before that she doesn't know. So it's a very old variety and it's absolutely gorgeous. Last year my plants produced a lot. I had really big tomatoes, really tasty, and yeah, this is a must every single year in my garden. Okay, Emily's Circle now. This is another one of Lisa's seeds. And this tomato is sweet with a tiny hint of fruity, no acid at all. Skin is a bit thick but not annoying, and the texture was velvety. And with the Brix test of 9.6, it sounds really promising. Okay, next, Bear Claw Quisenberry or Kissenberry, I don't know. Liz sent that one to me, and according to her, this has beaten every other tomato for taste, and she has tried quite a lot. And I quote now: sweet, fruity, acid zing with savory notes, lingering on the palate for ages. Not very seedy, but makes up for it by being very juicy. Skin not too thick, the plants have stayed pretty healthy, and it's a late variety. But oh my god, that was so worth it. Well, to say that I'm looking forward to this is an understatement. So, Triumph of Sofia, a tomato bred by Russian breeder Sofia Sakova. The regular leaf plants are very tall at 8 to 9 feet, very prolific. Fruits are red and green striped hearts with anthocyanin on the shoulders. And taste, another wowza. Lauren's full review on Tomato Lovers Collective Facebook page. Right, Queen Annie. These were sent by Lauren, aka Mrs. Tomato Head. According to her, and I quote, production was unlike any other tomato in my garden this year. These ribbed red beauties that average about 140 to 200 grams began ripening early to mid-season for us and were constantly cranking out tomatoes all season. The plants were very disease resistant and grew to about 6 feet. End of quote. And it seems like the taste was wow. So you can read the full review on our Facebook page, Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head. Next one is Brandywine Purple. And this is a variety from the USA, resulting from the cross between Brandywine and Marisol Purple. Potato leaf plant, large dark pink fruit weighing 300 to 500 grams or more, mild flavor, low acidity, well balanced. This was Lizzie's number one until she tried the Bear Claw Kissenberry. Or Quisenberry, well, I still don't know. Anyway, curious to see how it compares to my favorite, the Brandywine Sudduth. Malachite Box. This is another one of Lisa's favorites, and an heirloom tomato. It's a fairly early variety that can take the cold better than most other tomatoes. The hardy plants produce many medium-sized, globe-shaped, green, juiced and flavorful fruit. Shake the Disease. Oh, 2024 release from Bill Yoder's Depeche Mode collection. Shake the Disease is a cross of 3 different tomatoes, and he bred it for extreme disease resistance. A productive, regular leaf variety that produces well on plants that topped out at about 6 feet. According to Lauren, this is yet another wowza, and one of her favorites. So maybe try to find a review of that on our Facebook page. I'm sure you'll find something. Now the next one, I've heard quite a lot about this. It's the Mizora. The Mizora tomato is a gourmet, round, pinkish red Japanese heirloom variety known for sweet, fruity, balanced flavor and firm, crack-resistant skin. Considered the connoisseur's choice in Japan and grown for high quality rather than huge yields. Okay. Lauren's reaction to this one, then I tasted it and my world was rocked. Oh my god. Her words, not mine. Again, go check the full review on our Facebook page. Suffer Well. another Bill Yoder's creation as part of his Depeche Mode series. A cross of pink Berkeley tie-dye and Cherokee purple. That can be interesting. It produces mid-sized to large beefsteak tomatoes at around 200 to 400 grams each. Beautiful chocolate purple fruits with metallic green stripes. Excellent full tomato flavor, good disease resistance. Okay, all this will be planted on the back row on the east side. On the front row, I'll plant the dwarf tomatoes, but I'll make a video just for these dwarf plants, maybe, well, soon anyway. So now let's have a look at the other three varieties I'll be growing on the west side bed. And one of them is Tio's Mystery Yellow. This I grew last season as a Cherokee purple variegated plant. Of course, it wasn't. It was yellow, and I don't like yellow tomatoes. But this one, wow, this one was actually really good. So I'm growing it again this season and see if I get the same results. On the same bed, I'm going to grow Leslie's mysterious hybrid. He believes this is a cross between his dwarf Rosella purple and Paul Robeson plant. The result was a hybrid which is no longer a dwarf, but it has really good production and great taste. So let's hope they come like that again this year for me. And the next one and the last is Painted Piglet. The Painted Piglet is a new variety from Ukraine. Lee sent me this one. It's a very productive variety with regular leaf foliage. Fruits are a good size, averaging about 175 grams. Juicy with lots of green seeds and goo. Another one you can find on Mr. and Mrs. Tomatoes Head Facebook page. Okay, that's it for the big plants. The dwarf tomato varieties, I will talk about them in the next video. And after that, I will show you also which cherry tomatoes I'll be growing in 2026. See you soon.